Hello everyone, let's do a pour along for the Blue Dark Nebula with fire portals through it. You're probably going to hear some purring throughout this because it is a major fact of my life that every time I sit down and hold still, my cat Dumbledore is just required to sit on my lap apparently. I don't know who made this rule, but I think it was him. Anyway, the middle of this is going to have a portal of sparkly yellow to red, kind of color shifting glitter that's going to go from one side of the dice to the other, from the high face to the low face. And so I got to mix up that middle part now. Of course, I found one that I thought would be great, and then I was like, okay, this doesn't have enough yellow. I think it started out very red. It looks really orange though. I don't remember. This one added more red. I think I used like 4 different ones, maybe even 5. And then I was like, oh, I need more yellow. I don't have enough. So I mixed more clear resin in. I think what was happening there is I had too much pigment for the amount of resin, and it was going to look too much like a solid tube rather than kind of like an ethereal amorphous cloud. So got to get more resin to basically dilute it. This one I think is for the yellow. Yeah, that definitely looks like a yellow. I used at least 2, if not 3 different companies of color shift in that. I have a lot of color shift. It's kind of a problem. So for the main bulk of the dice here, we are going to be doing a Dark Nebula pour with this lovely cobalt that I have. I absolutely love this color. And this is a technique that I figured out a while ago that I really adore doing. One thing I did notice about this round is that I'm not pouring off into a dinosaur like I do in the very beginning, so I was feeling very confident this day. Let me tell you. What I should be doing, what is like proper practice, is to pour the very beginning of that pour into a dino so there's not too much ink. And here I am using a toothpick to put a little bit of resin into the very top point of the D4 because it is so pointy that the resin will not naturally flow into it all the way a lot of times, and you'll get a little bubble. And you can't really fix that. So I do that instead. That's my secret. Now that we have the Dark Nebula in all of the molds, we're going to come over here and I'm going to suck up what I just made, the nice sparkles that I just made, into the syringe. I don't usually do it this way. I usually end up pouring it through the back. But for this syringe, I actually cut it way higher up so the opening is larger. So it's able to suck up the resin much easier than usual. I usually work with narrower openings, and because I use dental syringes which have like a tapered end, I can basically cut it off at any point and customize the width of the syringe as I'm not pouring, injecting. So that helps me like customize how things are going to look. Anyway, now that we've got that, I am basically just putting that into the middle of the molds, doing a nice little injection and trying to just see if I can push it to one side, pull it up through the other side, and see how that goes. This is the first time I've tried this technique. I've been trying to figure out how to make portals because they don't really work well in regular molds. So hopefully this works. It's still not going to look the same as like a portal in a chunk. But this is me frantically being like, I really hope I have enough of this glitter to put it in the middle of the D20 because I was running a little bit low. I mixed up probably as much as I needed, a little bit more than I needed for a regular like cloud injection, and this required more of that because it was going all the way across. So there we go. That's our pour. Let's put the tops on and put them in the pressure pot, and you can see the short on my channel right now.